Boom. Action. Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Millie Goats. We're back. Week 12 of the NFL, episode 186. November 24th, 2024. And people are sitting here wondering, oh, AK, look at you. We thought you weren't going to wear your hat. We thought you weren't going to do this. We thought you weren't going to do that. You're in shambles. Put them on the shambles-meter. This and that. The Niners stink. Ugh. No. People forget. We have watched this team. I have watched this team at their very worst, back whenever they used to win 2 and 3 games a year. So if you think that I'm not prepared for this, you're out of your mind. J-Bye, wouldn't you agree? I mean, people think that we're not accustomed to this. Yeah, right?
Look, you tell me. I mean, we've talked about it multiple times, you and I, going to establishment in Boone to watch our teams during what we, as Bills fans, call those the drought years, because that was when we weren't making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to stand up for our listeners here, because when we were doing our pre-show, getting ready, you weren't wearing any of that stuff. You ran out. You go, wait, I got to go get my notebook. And you came down back in full Niners gear. So you took it off because you were mad and upset.
No.
And you had to put it back on for the show.
No, honestly, I never had it on today. I was wearing workout stuff all day.
You're wearing yellow.
That's a pro move, though. That's a pro move. Do you know why it's a pro move? Because I didn't want it. I knew it was about to happen today. We're starting Brandon Allen, for goodness sakes.
Which is
I'm sorry.
Trying to be a copycat, Josh Allen.
Yes, number 17. People were saying, is it going to be 17 Allen versus 17 Allen next week? People were talking.
It might be 17 Allen versus number 8 Daniel Jones.
It might be. There's also talks of that. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I fully expected what happened today to happen. So we'll get to that. Don't you worry. I have all kinds of.
I like to say too, like, when you have as good of a year as the Niners had last year, and as relatively healthy as they were last year, like, to play that many games, and I mean 2 years in a row, and not have injuries start to pile up, like, I mean, even the Chiefs are beat up too. Like, when you start playing that many games, it's just bound to happen, and it catches up to you.
Yeah, I just think the Chiefs are way better at adjusting to what they're. Because right now, well, I was going to say we'll get to it, but he dropped it. Oh my gosh, he just bodied that dude into the barricade.
Well, what the Chiefs have, what's been good for the Chiefs too, is they've had the same people. You can't expect the Niners to be very good year in and year out on defense when they change defensive coordinators every year.
It's true.
And I know the offense is slumped this year, but that's Shanahan getting less creative.
That's exactly what it is.
So,
he's trying to run the outside zone, and the outside zone, they haven't been able to do that all year. But when they did do it, it was with Jordan Mason. It was not with Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
McCaffrey's looked terrible this year.
Dude, he looks bad. No offense, McCaffrey. If you're watching, no offense, and listening. It's enough complaining right now. We'll get to that at Homer Alley. It's National Sardines Day. How about that? After salmon, sardines are the most consumed fish by humans. I did not know that. Shout out salmon though, because a lot of people love salmon. You don't like fish?
No, I'm not a fish eater.
That's terrible. It's good for your joints, man. It's got omega-3s in it.
Well, I take fish oils.
You don't. You don't. Surprised you knew that. That was good.
Let me rephrase that. I have fish oils. I
You have
haven't.
fish
I
oil.
just
X will
haven't
tell you to
taken them.
take krill oil.
Haven't taken
So there you go. We're trying to win the Millie. Not even close. Not even close. Well, actually, I had a pretty good lineup. But we've also got – so we had Week 12 in the NFL. We had Week 13 in college football, which was absolutely bananas. We'll get to all that. We have a lot of slides and things to say. We have Philadelphia, the Eagles, and the Rams going right now. We've already had a challenge flag that was picked up, waved up, whatever you want to call it. We've had that going on. That was BS. There was a fumble. The refs missed it. Sirianni threw a flag. Then they went back and said, "Oh yeah, we can see that you threw the flag." And then the Eagles got the ball. It was like, what? You can go backwards now? I feel like that's going to open up a whole bunch of BS.
Well, it was the right call.
I mean, there's a lot of them that could have been the right call. You could go back and say, "Yep, we missed that one." You could do it. You could do it to all of them, but they missed it. That's their fault.
Well, he had I'm saying it was the right call because he had the flag down before the play was run.
They didn't see it. That's
Well,
not.
they have that ref in the sky now.
Oh, okay. So they can for that they can. Okay.
Yeah,
There's certain
There's certain things that ref can join the game in.
That
There's
is
certain
so
things they
that's
can't, and it's a very gray area because
nobody knows what they can and can't do.
exactly, like not even the coaches.
That's BS, man. That's complete BS. And then Saquon got hurt, and Mr. Moneylines texts me, and he goes, "Oh no!" And I was like, "Dude, Saquon got hit in the you-know-whats."
Yeah.
And I knew that he got hit in the you-know-whats because he was laying on his back with his knees in his chest.
Yep.
And his hands down by his groin area.
Yeah.
And then he crawled over onto all fours and started hitting the Marv or the Aaron Rodgers. And I'm like, that he got hit right in the jewels. That's what it was.
Anytime another man sees another man do that, like they know immediately what happened. And every guy's girlfriend or wife is like, "What happened?"
Like,
And
oh,
every
no,
dude
Saquon's
already
down.
knows.
It's like, no, he's not down. He's just trying to catch his breath right now.
Yeah.
That man got kicked in the nuts. Okay, here we go. BMO's here. There should be a button or something the head coaches have to initiate a challenge that notifies refs immediately rather than. What if the button malfunctions, BMO? See, he's a new age guy, dude. He's all technology. He back in our day, you used to just throw the flag. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. And you used to be able to throw it. Now they just have to drop it.
You know what he's trying to do? He's trying to take all the people who make the flags, the red challenge flags. He's trying to take their jobs from them.
Wow.
That's what he's trying to do.
Wow.
That's cowardly, BMO. How
Wow.
dare you? Those people work hard to make the flags. You're trying to give it to technology? Leave the computer. Let's just Will Smith isn't coming through that door.
Hey. I flag.
Okay. So we had some pick'ems. Now look, where's Brandon? Brandon needs to be in here because he said Washington Commanders was an absolute lock on the pick'ems. 10.5 home favorites.
Well, not only did you put them for the pick'em at 10.5, I also saw in our betting group that you bet them. So Brandon should owe you money too.
That's what dude. Where's he at? Get in here. I need to tell him right now. Get your butt in here. Because you assured me and I trusted you. I said, okay, this is your time. This is how we know if we're getting ready to see here in a minute.
You got to start standing up for yourself because you trusted me and Bo Nix about a month ago.
Look, we all know that if somebody gives you a good enough reason, I'm in. I'm in. That's all it is. So, anyways, I had Miami, and then we had Houston, who Brandon also said there's no way that they can lose that. Tennessee's terrible. And I said Houston's fraudulent. We're about to get to that. And we had the Bucks and then the Chargers tomorrow night. So we could go another 3-2, which has pretty much been the theme.
Yeah. It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard guessing these things.
Yeah.
Especially the NFL. Well, I think NFL is like, it's like everybody says it's a week to week league just because the Panthers almost beat the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, but I kind of expected that. I think I bet them.
Well, the Chiefs never cover anyway. But
no, well, yeah, exactly.
And then with college, it's just like you're trusting 18-year-olds.
Yes.
Like you're putting money on
Well,
immature teenagers.
very well compensated 18-year-olds.
Yeah. Yeah, teenagers to, make plays. They could
Flag
have just,
makers,
had a bad game or broke up with their girlfriend.
true, or lost in Call of Duty. Flag makers transition to butt makers get a pair. No, they don't. They get replaced by robots, dude. It's too late.
Butt
Too late.
makers. Did you say butt makers?
Button
Butt
makers.
makers.
Butt liquor.
No, butt makers.
Dude, it just reminded me of an episode of The Office. You wouldn't get it because you didn't watch The Office. Dude, okay. Thanksgiving week is upon us because it's officially Sunday, which means the start of the next week, which means my Christmas tree was up this weekend. Is it too early? Yes, but
December 1st.
No, hear me out. We won't be back until December 1st. So we won't get to put it up. And by the time we get back, it'll be late.
December 1st, you pick it up on your way home.
We don't pick it up because we already have it because it's fake.
You can put it up on December 2nd.
No, because it's Monday. No, you don't understand. Like I thought this out. I was like, the only time we're going to all four be together and all we're going to be willing will be this Saturday.
Well,
because
also,
Monday,
Thanksgiving's a week later this year too, so it's throwing everything off.
That is throwing everything off. But I think most people get another paycheck this month because it's so late.
No, every 15th and 30th.
You get three. Well, some people get paid every 2 weeks. If you do, I think you get 2 paychecks in the month of November.
3 paychecks.
Yeah. So, Christmas tree is up. All right. We had a lot of college football. We're gonna touch on a lot of college football too because people are mad and it's awesome. And that's what makes it great. Okay. On the show, we have the headlines, the Big Click Energy. We have the scoreboard salute. We have Homer Rally. The Bills were off. Texas trying to get on here. We have the Goat Rack DFS and bets, the Listener League, Inter-Squad Dad King Jamboree updates, and stop stealing our designs, all that stuff. But first, how about this, dude?
Hey.
The boys are back. Back on top. Actually, I don't even know if we were ever on top to begin with. But on Good Pods, this app where the podcasts are available, we have the number one sports podcast from last week out of millions of podcasts available. So we appreciate everybody for listening.
I was going to say, let's clarify here. We're not the only podcast on this. Like there is a top 100 with 99 other ones.
There is. And we were number one this week. So shout out everybody who listens. I don't know how everything's tabulated, but when people look for sports podcasts, we're at the top of the list. So that's nice. While you're there, just subscribe to the show.
Hey.
Come laugh with us as we watch the 49ers implode. Okay. Let's do the salute drop, and then let's go. Okay, headlines. Here we go, dude. We've picked out, we've watched, we've consumed a day full of football and a weekend full of football as best we can. As you all know, we have families and kids and so on and so forth. So we watch as much as we can. J-Vi even has to work games, but doesn't mean we don't have hot takes. So here are the top 5 headlines from today, particularly. Number 5, right in the title. Whomst is the bigger fraud? Is it the Commanders, who are now 7-5, or is it the Houston Texans? So the Commanders, both teams, I believe, are 7-5. Yes, both are 7-5. Both were not 7-5 before. Both had terrible home losses. J-Vi, who is the bigger fraud?
I mean, if you're just going based off preseason accolades and where they are now, then you have to say Houston is the bigger fraud. And I know everybody's going to be in our comments that everybody's hurt, blah, 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 blah. Every team has people hurt. It's the NFL. You got to have guys that play. I think Washington, the only reason I'm going to say Washington's not a bigger fraud is because we weren't expecting much out of them. So I think they've succeeded what they were supposed to do.
So
you're just kind of finding out like, they're finally realizing that they're the Commanders. They should be playing how terrible, but they've overdone what they were supposed to do this beginning of the year.
So I mean, that's a fair point. The Commanders lose 34-26 somehow. That's a bad loss, dude, to the Cowboys.
I have so many questions. If you want me to ask them now, we can go, but I figured I was going to wait, give Tex his opportunity because because I was working the Panthers game today, and I looked up at the scoreboard, and I saw the score was 10-3, and then all of a sudden, when I get to my car after the game, I saw the score was like 30-26 or something, and there was like a 3-minute time span in between all that happened. So I have questions, but we can wait for Tex.
Let's wait for Tex. I think he's coming. So they lose 34-26 at home. The Commanders do, and then the Texans lose 32-27 to the Titans, who stink. I wrote down a few notes from this. Brandon Aubrey, is he broken or not? No, yeah. Is it Brandon Aubrey, the kicker for the Cowboys?
Cowboys kicker.
I think he missed one and he had one blocked, and they lost.
No, he had jury duty. He's been terrible ever since jury duty. He's been terrible.
Wow, that's a good point. That was the reason. Then it's just like whenever
he was having to fly somewhere during the week, do his jury duty, and then fly back for the game or something. Yeah, and he's not been good since then.
That's a good point. Very good point. The second thing I have written down from this game, Jaden Daniels. What do we think? Because at halftime, he was 9 of 16 for 57 yards, 1 interception, and a 37.8 rating. Against a Cowboys defense that's missing some people. He finished with 25 of 38, 275, and 2. And obviously the big play at the end. That game was insane, dude. It was insane. It was with 3 minutes to go, it was 20-9.
I literally just went over this.
I know. That's what I'm saying. 3 minutes to go, 20-9. Then Ertz scored. Then they had the kickoff return by Turpin. And then.
So we're not going to wait for Tex. We're going to talk about it.
No, we're going to wait. We're going to wait. Sorry. I got excited. You're right. Never mind. So, anyways, Jaden Daniels. Would you take him? Let's do the power rankings. Would you take him number 1 as the rookie quarterback right now out of the 4 that are playing consistently? Drake May, Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Bo Nix. Where are you putting him now?
I think I would still put, just based solely off of how they're playing right now, like as of today, I would still take him number 2.
Who would you take number 1?
Well, again, as of how they're playing right now, I would take Bo Nix number 1. I think Bo Nix has fit into his system a little better, but he also has a head coach who's an offensive-minded guy. But if I were to go back, then I would have picked Jaden Daniels number 1.
Over Caleb Williams.
Yes. But I said I would have done that before it happened, too.
Yes, 100%. I agree with that.
But right now, I think Bo Nix is fit into his system. He also Washington can't run the football other than Jaden Daniels.
Facts.
So, do the Broncos run the football? It's not Bo Nix just slinging it around.
Bo Nix is throwing.
He's getting yardage, but they're setting it up, whereas Washington's not really setting it up.
Give Drake 2 to 3 weapons and a top half offensive line. He's a top 10 QB. Has the least weapons in Swiss cheese O line. Okay. I mean, we can say that for all the quarterbacks, dude. Say it for all of them.
Except the Bills.
Give Josh Allen 2 to 3 weapons.
Hey. I don't need them. We're actually playing better without like a legit number one because we're not. I mean,
nobody's being a diva.
Right. And hey, saying this, but against the Chiefs last week when we didn't have Kincaid, it's like I feel like we force it to Kincaid sometimes just because he was a first round pick. We gotta make our pick look good. It's like without forcing it to him and us actually throwing it around to everybody, you can't just single in on one person.
I don't know about this, Bimo. I don't think Bo Nix has all kinds of weapons, dude. He's got Cortland Sutton and Javonte Williams. I don't think people are lining up to take those dudes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. The Bears, yes. The Bears have a bunch of players. Commanders,
They got Terry.
Put in reverse Terry. CJ Stroud on the other side, 20 of 33, 247, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. People are saying sophomore slump.
Well, we've always said you really find out how good a quarterback is after their second year.
Mm-hmm.
Because then, all these professional coaches in the NFL have tape on you for a whole year. Purdy didn't play, so we can't badmouth him today.
No, he's giving me all this. He's saying he let him down. He said a true player would have played. Now, this Will is a known CMC stan, and so every time he brings up Purdy, I'm like, well, it was CMC's team before this. Now, all of a sudden, it's Purdy's team after they lose.
Hey.
So we can't have it both ways. Can't have it both ways. Come on. It was CMC and everybody else, and now that they're losing and look terrible when he's not on the field, now we want to blame him? Come on, pick which lane we want to be in, folks. I'm just saying. I got something for you in the shambles-o-meter. So
I didn't get to make one.
But I got it. Don't you worry. Don't worry. I made one.
I'm sure you did.
Tom would have played. Well, Tom was calling the game. He was in the booth. So he had to watch Brandon Allen. So sorry about that. Tom wouldn't have played. He missed a whole year with a hurt knee. I don't want to hear about it. Anyways. Number 2, Baker Mayfield, America's quarterback. Is this a true statement, J-Bye?
No.
What do you mean?
Josh Allen's America's quarterback.
No.
Facts.
No.
I like Baker, though.
Okay, that's a poll we have to do. Somebody do a poll.
You're the poll guy.
I'll do a poll. When I say somebody, I mean me.
Yes.
I'll do a poll.
I like Baker, though. Baker plays football, to me, like it's meant to be played, and he looks like he's having fun.
Yes. This right here. What did I write down from this game? I always take just like one or two. Oh, I wrote down this. This is what I wrote down for Baker. The Buccaneers win 37. The Giants did exactly what we thought the Giants would do with Tommy DeVito, quarterback, which was nothing. Nothing.
Jeez.
It was so bad. 30-7. Bucks absolutely good. Bucks 5.5. That was the most hilarious line of the week, I would say. Some are saying. Here's what Baker did. You didn't see this.
Oh.
Dude, he ran one
in New York.
Yes. Dude, and he wasn't just doing this. Like, he was doing it 100 miles an hour. He was going. It was
he was flopping some cutlets.
Dude, he was letting them have it. I love it, dude. He said, like, everybody's like, oh, he's so mature now. He's having a great time. It's like, no, dude, he's still Baker. He just only does it whenever he knows he's got the upper hand.
Yeah.
It was incredible. So that was so good. Good for you, Baker. He's America's quarterback. I'm not backing down from that. We'll do a poll. You just can't skew it by putting in a Bills Mafia. So, Bucks, not dead yet, 5-6. Not dead yet. Giants, completely dead. So, thank you.
The Bucks 5-6?
Yeah, the Bucks are 5-6.
I didn't realize they were that bad. I thought they were closer.
Baker
No,
shoot. Yes.
his team's 5-6.
So what? They could still make, if they come back, win the division, make the playoffs. Baker getting them through that little rough patch where they lost everybody. I don't think they won a game during that, but he still got them through
No, they didn't.
it. So Dave, I mean, the Giants are. Can you imagine being a Giants or a Jets fan right now? Are they not the two most dysfunctional organizations in
The Jets have the longest drought for not making the playoffs.
Dude, did you see what they did about Aaron Rodgers today too, or
No.
came out this weekend? They said they're talking about the Niners right now, sole possession of last place. Dude, it's already week 13. That's bad. They were saying the Jets wanted to bench Aaron Rodgers, but he won't get any medical scans to prove to them that he is actually hurt. So
Wait.
he's holding them hostage. Like they want to make the determination of like, oh, we're going to put you on injured reserve because you have like torn ligaments or something, and he won't get any scans, so they can't confirm it.
Well, I heard that the owner wanted him benched, and the GM said no, and that's why the GM got fired. And so now
And
the owner's coming out and saying that if Aaron Rodgers doesn't turn it around and play well the rest of the season, then he won't be back next year.
wow, Aaron Rodgers is going to take that really well. He loves that. So
he goes to the Giants next year.
That would just even better. That would be even better. They still have to be in the same building. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's great. Okay, number 3, the Bears. They are hilarious. They're just hilarious. It's all you can say. They find the most hilarious ways to break people's heart. It is unbelievable. Like they're 4-7. They lost 30-27 to the Vikings. The Vikings are now 9-2.
Overtime, right?
Yeah, overtime. So I don't even know how. I went outside for a minute. I come back. The game's in overtime. I'm like, what is going on? Caleb Williams, 32, 47, 340, and 2. Everybody's going to be like, well, look at Caleb Williams. Yeah. Guess what? Another loss. Another loss, dude. He finally threw a touchdown pass for the first time in a month. Good for him. But they really, he hadn't thrown a touchdown pass in a month. It's been 4 games. I'm not making that up. I have the stat. I have the picture right here.
I did not believe you.
So
You just decided to just go ham on him again.
he's a bum. And they keep losing games because he can't put it away. He can't finish. Bum. So that's why they're hilarious to watch. They just keep ripping people's heart out. And then after the game, everybody's like, Caleb played great. It's like, he's not winning the games. I mean, this is all garbage time stuff. Sorry. Back to the point at hand.
I just letting you go.
They're funny because they find they were 3.5-point dogs at home, and they found a way to cover the spread. So it's like if you bet on them and you're a Bears fan, you're like, this is the greatest thing ever because they make the games fun to watch. And their special teams, dude. Their kicker got another one blocked. That's where I was going with this. That's why they're funny. The field goal again, Cairo Santos, another one blocked. And then their return guy muffed a punt, which he was waving everybody away, like running up, waving everybody away. The ball bounces, hits him in the leg. He doesn't get out. He didn't get out of the way.
Oh my gosh.
And so the Vikings recovered. It was like at a crucial point too. Like, so
special teams had a bad day today, huh?
Yeah, special teams were bad, big bad. So, but anyways, just hilarious. They just do hilarious stuff, and it's just got to be maddening as a fan. Like they could easily be.
Well, the Niners are bad at special teams too.
Oh my gosh, the Niners! I got all kinds of stuff there. But anything else on the Bears before I start yelling about Caleb Williams again?
No.
Addison had a good game. Is Justin Jefferson overrated? That's the question.
I think every Batman needs a Robin.
True. So much for that talk about all the Bears being over 500 or all the NFC North being over 500.
Yeah,
Granted, 3 of their teams are 8 wins or more.
I know. And who's the worst quarterback in the division?
Oh, good question. You gonna get me started again?
Just poking the bear.
You gonna get me started?
Little eyeball emojis.
Look, this guy, man. People are gonna look back at his stats and be like, he had a great year. And it's like, yeah, but he lost the games, didn't make the plays when he needed to make the plays. Stop it. Anyways, Bo Nix, rookie of the year. Got to be, right? Got to be leader in the clubhouse. Bo Nix.
Yeah, I would say odds are in his favor. Let's look him up.
Broncos 29-19 over the Raiders. I think Gardner Minshew broke his collarbone at the end there. That stinks.
Ooh, who's their backup? O'Connell?
Wasn't it Desmond Ridder?
I have no idea. That's why I'm asking.
I'm pretty sure it's Desmond Ridder. I think it's Desmond Ridder. But Broncos 29-19. They are now 7-5. Third in the AFC West. Bo Nix went for 20. Yep, there you go. See, Desmond Ridder. Told you. CO Stats knows. But he knows because I knew before him. Bo Nix, 273-2. He had a nice touchdown pass, too, late in the game. So, rolling right, throwing across his body. Broncos, again, great defense. Raiders, terrible. Bo Nix, when you compare him to the other rookies, I think Jaden Daniels had a stranglehold on it. But I think now Bo Nix, people are saying that finally what he did at Oregon is starting to come true. And people are saying maybe Heisman candidate this year. Nope.
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Would you rather have a rookie of the year or Heisman?
Oh.
I don't even know that's comparable.
I think it kind of is. I mean, it's two prestigious awards. I think though. Well, like it's hard because to me it's like I think I would want to win a Heisman because it would always be associated with the college that I went to and being able to go back to that college at any point in my lifetime. And they're like, hey, there's so-and-so, Heisman Trophy winner.
That's a good point.
But I feel like if you won Rookie of the Year, you could still go back to that college and they'd be like, oh, hey, there's so-and-so. He won Rookie of the Year and whatever. But, like, I don't know. I feel like the Heisman would mean more. Because everybody has an affinity for their college. Like,
well,
I mean.
Yeah. It is cool to go back. Like,
yeah,
I mean, going
college
back
always holds us. You can move on from college. But when you go back, it's, everybody loves going back. But it brings back good memories.
Yeah. Oh, BMO just said the Denver Broncos are up to number 2 in PFF's offensive line rankings ahead of Week 11.
I don't trust anything PFF says.
They're all paid.
I know.
They get paid. So, yeah, I mean, Bo Nix, Rookie of the Year. Nice ring to it. I don't know. Tyrone Tracy was making a case. They're not. Nobody's going to give any awards to anything other than quarterbacks. That's just how it goes. They're not giving anything to anybody other than quarterbacks. So that's all that matters. Do you believe in the Broncos? Are they going to make the playoffs? They might. Dolphins are surging, dude.
Yeah, I mean, they got a shot.
Shut up, man. Oh, hey, we went over last show that the path for them to get the 1 seed is still alive, Josh.
Is it still alive now, though, after today?
Josh, answer this. Who's a bigger fraud, Washington or Houston? Would you rather have Stroud or Jaden Daniels? There he goes. Saquon, he's been knocking on the door all night. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, he's fun to watch.
Oh, he is so good. He changed the game.
Yeah.
I have him in every single fantasy league. The big money league I'm in, the guy who I'm playing, he was just saying, Saquon's not having a great night like 5 minutes ago. And then he just busted off like a 70-yard touchdown run.
That little sidestep was ridiculous.
Dude, he is so good. Unbelievable.
This shows you how dysfunctional the Giants are.
Dude, he is unreal. That's why people are, they made the wrong decision by keeping Daniel Jones and not Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, now they don't have either.
I just hate people who don't watch a lot of football, that have never didn't watch him a lot at Penn State, did not realize how unbelievable this guy was. Oh,
thick too.
Oh, God.
That sidestep was ridiculous.
If he wasn't with the Giants, him and CMC are compared, they're legitimate, 1A, 1B for me. I would take either one of those dudes. This thing right here, that is the Madden 97 juke button.
Yeah.
Where they used to just jump sideways. That's not the new Madden.
Where it was like a shuffle to the juke. It wasn't like the juke you see now. It was the shuffle where you put the one leg behind the other one.
Yes, you cut left and then it just slides and glitches to the right. Look at Jalen Hurts, man. Oh,
but
he
said
Stroud before. What?
Watching Saquon do that stuff was like how we got to be with Armani.
Truth.
Because just having Armani out on the field, you always knew you were going to score. And it's just like, what is he going to do this time that's like a wow moment?
Yep.
Because it's going to be one a game.
Yeah, there was always
Saquon has won a game. And I love the videos from the stands. They're like a wide shot. It's like you see the reaction of his teammates too, because they're impressed. They can't believe it.
The one where he jumped backwards. They already put that move in Madden, so he literally changed the game. Yeah,
jeez, wow.
They already put it in Madden. So he said Stroud before Diggs. Washington gave us today. Well, we'll see. Yeah, before he lost Diggs, we'll see. So you're saying he's dependent? Okay. All right, Bo Nix, Rookie of the Year. Stamp it. Tight end Torch passed in Kansas City. Noah Gray, 2 touchdowns. Kansas City wins 30-27. Bryce Young, not looking bad, dude. Bryce Young.
I feel like they're saving Kelsey. I mean, he had a couple weeks where his production was up, but I feel like they're just trying to save him for the playoffs. Kyrie Williams got a fumble problem, but Kelsey just doesn't look like he wants to be there.
You were there. You got to see it firsthand today.
Yeah, but even if you watch when he played the Bills last week and the games before, it's almost like he just mopes around. The way he moves, he's almost like slothy. It's just very slow moving. It's to me, it just seems like he doesn't really want to be there.
Yeah.
But he pulls defenders in, opens up those other guys.
People still have to respect him.
That first touchdown Noah Gray scored today, there wasn't within by 20 yards of him.
Noah Gray had 2 touchdowns. I wonder what the ticket was on that. That was probably plus 3,000. Yeah. That's tough, man. I mean, he's done it all. I mean, he's I'm sure he's just waiting for the playoffs. I mean, this is probably just.
I think they're saving him. I mean, he's getting up there on age. I mean,
6 for 62 today. He had 8 targets, 6 receptions, 62 yards. Leading receiver. So the 2 is here go the Chiefs. Here's what they're about to start doing. Their 2 tight ends were their leading receivers.
Yeah.
And I think Hollywood Brown is supposed to come back soon.
Well, they get Pacheco back next week.
And I think Hollywood Brown's coming back too. So they're getting some. Bryce Young, though, man. 21-35, 263, and 1 touchdown. Dude, yes, I saw they signed 120 from Amazon. Have you lit?
I'm with you, Josh. If I was dating a billionaire and I signed 120 for, I would just not play football anymore.
It's still fun to do, though.
Yeah, it's fun to do.
I wouldn't be playing.
It's hard to walk away, but
I wouldn't be playing football 100 miles an hour.
This is 6 months of my life that I'm getting beat up on.
No, dude. He's playing for the locker room stuff. He's not playing to play football.
No, he's playing to try to win the 3rd Super Bowl in a row.
They're doing it for content too.
Yeah.
It's for sure. But Bryce Young, good for I look, Bryce Young's done enough in these past few weeks. I think there was some stat, I can't remember what it was, where there was only like 2 quarterbacks other than Bryce Young, and they were like Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson that have done something against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. So I don't know. But anyways.
Does Bryce
Right.
Young
He looks so small out there, dude. Did you hear his cadence? Did you hear his cadence?
Yes.
What's up, lady?
Yeah.
You
Does
can't unhear
Bryce
it.
Young have as many wins this year as Dak Prescott?
He's got 2, doesn't he?
Is it 2 or 3?
He's got 2. Andy Dalton got 1. Remember, Andy Dalton came in, right?
Yeah. Okay, that's what I was thinking.
Dude, what did I write down about this game? Hold on. Tight end torch pass. The other thing.
The Patrick Mahomes run at the end of the game was ridiculous.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Somebody has got to knock that man out of bounds and hit him along the sideline.
Yeah.
Everybody lets up.
They're scared to hit him. They're scared to hit him because they're scared they're going to get a penalty. So they think he's going to run out of bounds, but he knows they're not going to hit him.
He did it. He did it against the Niners too. Like he runs over there, like beelines to the sideline, like slows down, and then to me that's as bad as the fake slide that old Hartman or whatever his name was pulled.
I know the Chiefs are finding ways to win these games, but like they got to figure out a way to protect him better. He can't take as many sacks as he's taken the past 2 weeks.
The Panthers were the NFL's like 31st or worst in pressure rate and sack rate, and they had 5 sacks like in the third, like by the third quarter.
He can't be taking that many hits.
Dude, what was
when your quarterback's getting hit that much, that's when they get injured.
What was the percentage of red to blue in that stadium? It looked like there was 80
to 20.
Red?
It was 80 to 20. It was a Chiefs home game. But if we're going to talk about this game, we'll talk about it. What I thought was this is a shot at the Chiefs fans. For as loud as everybody wants to say Arrowhead is, they say it's the loudest stadium. Nothing compares to how loud Arrowhead is. For the Panthers stadium to be 80% Chiefs fans and 20% Panthers fans, when the Panthers were on the field, you could hear Bryce Young's cadence on the sideline.
Hilarious, by the way. If you haven't heard it yet, you should listen to it.
And there was just no noise. They weren't making any noise. They weren't cheering loud or anything. So I'm just like, how can Arrowhead be this loud? This stadium should be rocking right now. Their team's on defense. They should be loud for their team. And it's like,
you know why? Because they're all living in Charlotte and in Carolina, and that's what Carolina fans do. They're never loyal to anything. So they didn't want to cheer they didn't want to cheer against the Panthers and root for the Chiefs. They couldn't do it.
Are they just being nice? Like
they couldn't do it.
They literally like weren't yelling at all.
We know for a fact that people in Charlotte, when the Panthers were good was good, they're nothing but like it takes over the city. But when they're bad,
it's rocking.
they all do the Homer Simpson meme back into the bushes and put on their other teams, and just so happens to be the Kansas City Chiefs. Whatever teams, that's so.
And it's a lot of kids there too, because everybody wants to see Pat Mahomes. I mean, everybody's favorite player right now is Pat Mahomes.
Yes.
But Clint Boyer was there. Kevin Harvick was there.
Oh, all the race cars. Okay.
Yeah.
What were they wearing? Panthers?
Harvick was wearing Panthers. Boyer was Kansas City. But he's from Kansas City.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Okay. That's all the NFL stuff I had. Did I write down any other notes? Hold on, let me see.
Wow.
Oh,
Texas Burner says it's time to fire Shanahan.
Oh, where's he at? No, dude, it's time to fire Shanahan. I'm not an idiot fan like that. I'm not an idiot.
Shanahan's 0-40 when he's losing in the fourth quarter.
No, he's not anymore. Not in the playoffs. Not since he got Brock Purdy.
By 10 points or more.
The only other game I had two things from the Colts and the Lions game. The C's on the Colts jerseys. Everybody was wearing C's, so I got really confused as to were those captains until I saw the other players that were actually captains. So if you're the Colts, let's not do that again. And they had the black helmets. I don't like those jerseys. I don't like the ones with the C because I get confused. Hey Josh, we're about to get there, man. We're about to get there. Don't you worry. Blues, I don't. You see what Blues said?
Yes, I did.
He's America's QB.
What happened in the Colts game?
What happened to it? Anthony Richardson happened to it. Missing dudes all over the field. I think
I had Josh Downs. I was tailing Josh Downs, and he had over 55, but he had a couple called back apparently.
Yeah, they had a couple of big plays that were called back. 11 for 28, Anthony Richardson for 172 yards. QBR was 48.3. He just wasn't good. It's just not good. He's not good. He did rush for 61. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. He. I don't know. 11 for 28 is rough, man. It's hard to defend that. At a certain point, it's hard to defend. 30%, 10 for 30 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I had that written down, and I also had that from that game. Everybody was laughing at the Lions for taking 2 running backs. Who's laughing now? Because those dudes are ridiculous.
I know you can't go wrong because they both score. They both get yards. Like whichever one you pick, you can't go wrong.
No. And the other game, Miami, I had Mike McDaniels every time I look up, Mike McDaniels is changing sunglasses. He's changing glass. He has these big, thick, clear glasses that he wears, and then he's got sunglasses, and he's going back and forth and switching and swapping all over the place. So, but the Dolphins are back. The Dolphins saved Thanksgiving. We have to give credit to the Dolphins.
Is Dolphins Packers?
Yes. Thanksgiving night after everybody's eaten, everybody's calmed down. You sit down, you got your bets in, you got your DFS lineups in, you're sipping on a little something, maybe smoking a cigar.
I bet the Lions Bears game is going to be a decent game.
Yeah, the Bears. I mean, again, the Bears are hilarious. They'll do something funny as hell on Thanksgiving.
They're gonna make their fans think that they figured it out, and they're gonna be in the game, and they're gonna do something hilarious at the end.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Josh, Tex is here. Tex is known Cowboys fan, Tex.
Yep.
Where's your headphone?
My for whatever reason, my computer is not working at all. So doing it on my phone.
Oh, you got a nice haircut though.
Oh yeah.
Is that for the Cowboys?
No, this is I did it for Thanksgiving because I knew the pictures are going to be taken. So, sometimes you do things to make your wife happy.
Hey, you know what you did though? You did a very pro move. You gave yourself a week to let it grow back a little bit.
Yep.
So you can't really tell that it was a brand new haircut.
That's what I did. That's
what I did. Move.
Trim my beard here shortly.
That's why I shaved. Yep.
No, you know what you did? So the 49ers lost last week, and you changed everything, which is too much. You changed too much.
No, I'm not worried about that, dude.
Yeah. Yep, you changed too much.
I'm not worried about that.
He wasn't even wearing his stuff today, Tex.
No, dude, I'm telling you, he's changing too much now. Now with the CMC stuff, with the Brock Purdy getting married, probably going to have a kid soon, I bet.
Hey,
there's too much going on. There's too much. There's too much.
Too many distractions
here going on for the 49ers to be successful.
I just look here. We're about to get into it. Hold on.
Cowboys win one game.
Hey, same old Redskins, baby. Same old Redskins.
Okay.
No. Hey, we're
All right.
making the dude. We're making the playoffs. We're back
Let's
in it.
go. Did they save Thanksgiving? Did the Cowboys save Thanksgiving? They're playing meaningful football now?
Playing meaningful football. We're right back in it.
It is. Dude, you
Me too.
guaranteed me, Brandon. Commanders minus 10.5 and the Texans. Come on.
Hey, all we got to do is beat the Eagles next time we play them, which is possible because they're looking like absolute garbage right now too. So
They're believing now. Look at them. They're believing. Cowboys fans are back.
Hey,
5-7 next week.
They're about to be streaking.
give it to me, baby. Give it to
Win
me.
streak. You need the big Rams fans right here, aren't you? Big Rams fans.
That's exactly what I'm watching right now.
You see that run by Saquon?
Oh, come on.
Wow. I can see it.
Come on. Niners are what? 5-6? 1 game back of the division. Come on. All right, next. Scoreboard salute. Guys, we've got to talk. We've got to talk quickly. Indiana, Ohio State. Oh, gosh. Army, Notre Dame. All the darlings, the BYU, Indiana, Army, not good. That BYU game was wild, but Ohio State, Indiana, guys. Special teams again.
Well, that's the thing. It's special teams again. But if you take away those 2 special teams touchdowns, they lost by 23. So if you take away 14 points from 23, Indiana only lost by 9, and they covered.
That's a good point.
So special teams cost us to cover.
Special teams cost a lot of
But
covers.
We didn't know because they don't punt. They hadn't punted all year hardly, so we didn't know that it was a liability.
That's true. That guy right through the hands, right onto the face mask. No, see,
Yeah,
I disagree with this. I disagree with this. I disagree. See, I don't watch it that way.
I don't think Indiana was ready, but you know, they are a couple years away. We wanted to believe.
No. I think that game they held Ohio State to 300 and something yards offense.
That's
like 315. Like they did what they needed to do defensively. Now their offense was not that good. That's what I will say. The defense for Ohio State that's the best part of the Ohio State is their defense.
Well, Ohio State's favored to win the national championship.
No,
not with that offense. I'm sorry. That quarterback.
They are.
I agree.
They are.
What are you agreeing with?
I'm telling you.
Their offense isn't that good. Their defense is great. Kind of like Oklahoma's defense. Their defense is absolutely incredible. Their offense stinks.
Their coach, defensive guy.
Yeah.
You're a defensive guy, so you don't think Ohio State can win the championship, but you're a defensive guy, but defense wins championships. Explain yourself.
You need some offense to win a championship.
Classic.
Offense.
Way to backtrack your words.
Offense scores points.
Not if your defense is good enough. Your special teams.
You have to score at least 3.
Yeah, Ohio State plus 250 to win the national championship.
That's the best odds.
Yeah, Georgia's plus 350. Oregon's 400.
I don't know about that.
About Notre Dame.
I think I took Texas way back whenever they were plus 700.
Now, Texas is losing their quarterback too, maybe with Quinn Ewers, so they should be automatically disqualified. That's what happened to Florida State. They lost their starting quarterback, so
it's true.
That's what they did last year. I'm just saying.
Yep.
Notre Dame Army, guys. That got ugly in a hurry.
Yeah.
That got it.
I was looking so forward to that game. And unfortunately, too many costly mistakes by Army. Too many.
Same
Does
thing
Notre
happened
Dame
today.
does Notre Dame not like our military?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think they wanted to win that game.
They've ruined our service academy season. Both of them. 2 of the 3.
Mm-hmm.
Completely ruined their season. All hope of having a shot at the playoffs.
They just the big difference, obviously, in that game was Army could not even budge the Notre Dame offensive line, and when they brought pressure, Riley Leonard just ripped them apart.
I forgot Riley Leonard was there because he was great at Duke.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So that was sad, and then BYU lost to Arizona State in an absolute bananas ending, dude. Bananas, just ridiculous. Arizona State pick 6 to end the game. We thought was over. BYU gets the ball back. It was nuts, and then the fans storm the field because Arizona State keeps trying to run backwards. They have the ball inside the red zone. They keep running backwards, trying to kill the clock. They throw the ball out of bounds. There actually ends up being 1 second left, so BYU actually has a chance to throw the football downfield. They catch it on the 3-yard line. Then they have to get everybody on the field back again. It was just nuts. Absolutely nuts. So, anyways, Arizona State's pretty good, guys.
They're picked to finish last.
They're pretty good. They're leading the Big 12 now.
The Big 12, this week in the Big 12 is going to be ridiculous. There's so many scenarios. Yeah. And there's so many scenarios of who's going to play in the championship.
And 9 teams are still alive, which is hilarious. Dude, Saquon is just running all over the Rams. He's calling himself out of the goal line, you pansy.
There's nobody in the middle of the field. There's a screen, too.
And then this last little picture here was just what happened in college football. Just incredible. Number 5 lost, number 7 lost, number 9 lost, number 14 lost, number 15 lost, number 16 lost, number 19 lost. 7 teams in the top 20 lost, 3 of which were SEC schools, which is absolutely hilarious. And everybody who was standing, we talked to people on Twitter. Oh my gosh. The playoffs going to suck. This is terrible. Ugh, bad. Oh, of course. Kenny Gainwell scores instead of Saquon Barkley.
I know, dude. That makes me so mad.
That makes me so mad. Anyways.
Finish.
So, anyways, everybody's yelling about, oh, the playoffs going to stink. Now they're like, this is great. There's so many teams still alive. The only people that are struggling with are the SEC people because now all their teams have 3 and 4 losses.
Well, Kansas is just becoming a season ruiner, too, for a lot of these.
Them in Florida. Florida,
teams.
too.
You guys see the meme of the picture of the little girl looking in the house fire background, looking mischievously in the house fire?
And then she's Kansas.
Yeah. And the Big 12's house fire.
Dude, can we get a Kansas-Florida bowl? That's what we need. If Kansas gets bowl eligible and Florida does too, we need Kansas because those are the 2 best teams in November. We need Kansas-Florida bowl.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm a big believer in this, and there's no rules to this or, how you can really justify it. I don't know if you got to put like a win streak on it or something. But Kansas, for whatever reason, was a team that didn't gel at the beginning of the season. Right now, they're playing great football. They're the hottest team in the country, you probably could say, just by the way they're playing. Like, they put them in the playoffs.
Hey, let's do it.
Remember how South Carolina finished the year a couple years back?
South Carolina's back too.
They beat Tennessee. They beat Clemson. And, yes, I know that maybe it was because of the sign stealing, allegedly. Who knows if it was or not. But
totally comparable to this year.
But the way they were playing, like, hey, go play South Carolina right now. put them in the playoffs that year. I don't know. There's something to be said about the team that's playing the best. If they had a rocky start to the season, put them in. Add more teams.
I love it. I'm all about it. Why is Tex signing in twice?
Because I'm about to drop out of my phone.
Oh, okay.
Hey guys, computer work.
What is going on? There he goes. But yeah, Kansas, love Kansas. That dude, man, good for him. All right, let's move to let's do the football, and then we'll move to some more football. How about that?
Football, yay!
Hey, I like that. Hey, they get a feel of how we had to earn it. That's what I'm talking about, man. Earn that thing. Earn it. I love the playoff stuff, dude. I just love this. This is phenomenal. Okay. Homer Alley. Tex, we were going to talk about the game at the beginning, but we knew you were coming. J-Vi, first of all, bye week. You won the bye week, or did they lose? Did Bills win or lose the bye week?
We won the bye week.
Okay.
All the teams that were right on our heels for going to be fighting for second place or maybe even first place in the conference all lost today. Houston lost. Pittsburgh lost. So.
Who else did you need to lose?
I mean, Baltimore and the Chargers are playing. Those are probably the next two best teams, but they're playing each other. So one of them is going to lose. I mean, we need the Chiefs to lose.
Yeah.
And if the Chiefs would have lost, I mean, I would have had, I would have definitely say Bills won because, believe it or not, there's quite a few Bills, Josh Allen jerseys in the crowd today. And they were yelling and talking. And too, that Charlotte's known as Buffalo South.
No.
Yes, it is. It's known as Buffalo South because everybody moves down here.
No.
There's like 12 Bills backers bars in Charlotte.
Oh, my gosh, dude. B. McCormick's here. Most of you hit the pick'em parlay with me today. 2 pick'ems, weekend is winner. Golly, McCormick's hot. He's hot. He's like Hansel. He's so hot right now.
Why didn't you take his advice? Why'd you take Brandon's?
I don't know. I try to give Brandon a chance. He doesn't want to talk about special teams. And he guaranteed I wanted to. You know why? You know exactly why I did it, because he's a Commanders. He's a Washington fan. And I knew if they blew it, that's exactly what I wanted, because I wanted to yell at him for his team letting me down. That's the best kind of losing a bet. It's when somebody tells you to do it so you can blame them and not yourself. Okay. Tex, would you like to go first? Home rally about the Cowboys. Mike's muted.
Yeah.
Nope.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you now.
You got me now? Okay.
Got you.
It was a nice old school Redskins disappointment showing. Cowboys ready to play, laying it all on the line, trying to save the season, trying to still make the playoffs. I like the fight from the team. They're not laying down. They're not just trying to, tank for whatever quarterback it is going to end up being the number one QB. I like what we're doing right now. I don't want us. I still don't want us to. I want us to make the playoffs and lose in the first round, so McCarthy still gets fired. But I still want us to make the playoffs.
The end of that game, dude, was insane. The last 3 minutes of that game, like Jay was saying.
What? So tell me what happened. I was working the game. I think there was like 4 minutes left. The score was 10-3. I got busy with the end of my game. When I got back to my car, I looked at the score. It was like 35-25. Or what happened in 3 minutes? They scored like 6 touchdowns.
So yes, so it was 20-9 with 3 minutes to go. At that point, the Commanders touchdown to Zach Ertz, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then it's 20-16,
and they kick it off to Turpin.
They kick it off to Turpin, who does a 6.
But then they decided not to. Like, it was like that was the only guy who covered the kick was the guy who tried to tackle him, and then nobody else was. It was just like this weird, like they weren't trying. I don't know if they didn't realize that he caught the ball. No, he didn't. It was like 5 yards from the end zone. I don't know if they didn't realize that he caught the ball. Like, did they think they were kicking it out and the kicker kicked it in the wrong spot? I don't know. It's just weird.
Maybe they thought he called fair catch.
I don't know.
It was just insane. So
anyways, takes 95 yards.
Yeah, so you had the touchdown. So it was 20-17, and then Kevontae Turpin has that kick return, so that's 27-17. And then I think somehow they got a field goal, but there were 24. The Cowboys scored 24 points. The Commanders got a field goal after the Turpin touchdown, so it's 27-20 with 25 seconds left. Jaden Daniels hits Terry McLaurin down the sideline for 86 yards.
Jeez.
27 seconds left. And then there's 21 seconds when he scores. The kicker misses the extra point. So then it's 27-26 with 21 seconds left. Commanders try an onside kick. 34. The Cowboys return it. Then it's 34-26. The Commanders get the ball back and then have another chance to win the game. And I think it gets batted down like the 5-yard line. It was insane, dude. I mean, you're sitting there by the third quarter. I don't even know what the over-under was, but there was a combined 19 points in the third quarter. By the third quarter. And then there was 41 in the fourth quarter combined points. There were 60 points
in like 3 minutes.
Yes. Like the last 3 minutes of the game.
Hey, the overhit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you're sitting there, if you had the under, you're like, this is great. And then there's 41 points scored in 3 minutes. The banana lands.
Yep. That was crazy.
Yeah, there you go. Missed extra points.
It just made me feel good to know that no matter what, even if the Cowboys sometimes going to Cowboy, the Redskins always going to Redskin.
That's exactly. But I cannot believe that they got another 90-yard bomb. What? What are the odds? That's insane. Like, people wait their whole lives for that. It was nuts. So, anyways, great game. Great game. All right.
I'm back on top of the world, baby.
That's
we play again on Thursday.
That's right.
Right.
They saved Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. They did
Jones
really.
be cute.
They saved it. I don't know. That's gonna be a great game because now we're gonna have battle of the backups.
Danny Dimes maybe playing for the Cowboys.
Yep. Maybe.
Do they go Drew Lock?
Who, the Giants?
The Giants?
Yeah.
No, they're gonna do Tommy Cutlets.
They got to pay Drew Lock if he plays and he does well. You know that. That game was so stupid. The Commanders and I don't even. Anyways, Cowboys save it. If they win, are they back? Who's the team in the 5th, 6th spot, 7th spot for the NFC? Might be the Commanders still. So now they're only 2 games back of the Commanders. So there you go. Anyways, all right, Niners. Is it panic mode time? Maybe. Is the season over? No, it's not. What I will say is
the Commanders are in 7th, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. 7-5, right?
6th. Yep.
So
right now, the 49ers aren't even in it.
Well, I know they haven't been in it for the entire year. So nice try. Nice try.
The 49ers aren't even in it.
Really?
Well,
like NFC West is 8th, 9th, and 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But they're only 1 game back of the division championship, so nice try. So the 49ers. I got my notepad right here. I'm so sick of people telling me Jordan Love's this elite, whatever. Jordan Love should have had 3 turnovers today. Clanging off of 49ers face masks, dropping picks. He's fumbling the ball and grabs it with one hand. I've had enough. He's talented. I don't know if he's good. But the 49ers were absolutely pathetic on defense. They had the most missed tackles in the NFL in the first quarter on defense. It was terrible. They had their special teams again 4 holding penalties on, I think, 6 returns. So they couldn't do anything. I had hope at the end of the first half because they scored. It was 7-17. I'm like, okay, we get the ball back. What happens right after the halftime? Brandon Allen has at halftime, Brandon Allen has 118 quarterback rating. Jordan Love has like a 78. So Brandon Allen was outplaying Jordan Love. At the end of the first half, we had the touchdown to Kittle. So I had hope. I was like, okay, we get the ball back. We go down and score. What do? Deebo Samuel back there returning kicks because the Packers are idiots and they decided to take shots. Christian Watson clang off his face mask at the end of the half. They get no points. Deebo Samuel returns a kick all the way to the Packers 10. Guess what? Flag called back. Great. So now they get it across the 50. They go for a 4th down. They don't get it on empty backfield like he's got, Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson back there. He's got Brandon Allen who can't move. So he goes empty and he sails it into the stands. And then the 49ers get another stop on that right after that. And then Deebo lets a ball go through his hands for an INT for Brandon Allen, and it looks bad on him, but really Deebo just dropped the ball. And turns out Deebo didn't answer any questions after the game because he kept letting balls go through his hands.
Losing the locker room.
I mean, it went right through his hands. So, and the other thing was the outside zone on the 49ers offense is dead. It's dead. They
You know what
cannot.
this is, J-Vi?
What?
You know what this is, J-Vi? The beginning of the end.
Yep. And we
I don't
call
believe
it.
Beginning of the end. This is the beginning
We
of the end
called
for
it.
J-Vi, for AK and the Niners.
It's not the beginning of the
Beginning
end,
of the
dude. I've
It's
been
the
sitting in
beginning of the
Beefo
end.
Brady's watching 3 and 12 seasons, for most of my adult life. It's not the end.
Yeah, but hey, Beefs is gone. Now what do you got?
I got my house right here. Watch it in the basement down here. So I'm looking at the stats right here. And the passing over. And the passing is Brandon Allen is the leading passer, not Jordan Love. It's interesting. So people are saying, "Oh, it's over. It's the beginning of the end. It's dead. He's not going to show up." Everybody's talking their trash. I've heard what? I've heard people.
You're just quoting exactly what we just said.
Right. That's just I've been quoting sources that people are saying. Some are saying.
Hey,
I got a text message from somebody who's a Packers fan who I haven't heard from in years. Actually, it was Mr. Moneyline's wife. He said, tell. She wanted to tell you hello, and I said, that's great. I haven't heard from her in years because they haven't beat us in years. So, of course, I played.
Out physicaled you.
Do what?
Out physicaled you.
It was pathetic, dude. They could not. That's the first time they've given up more than 34 points in I don't know how many years. It's the first time they've let up a 100-yard rusher in over 50-some games. Like it was just they got worked. And all the Packers fans, they've been waiting on this game because they want to get their revenge against the Niners because they're a bunch of jabronis who can't beat the Niners in the playoffs. And if the Niners get in the playoffs and win the division and they have to play the Packers, guess what? They're probably going to beat the Packers again, and it won't matter. But they're all getting their licks in. They all think they're big and bad for beating Brandon Allen and shorthanded 49ers defense. Now,
you just told us how much better Brandon Allen was than
he was. I'm looking at the stats right now.
Now you're saying they can't brag about beating Brandon Allen?
They can't. Because if it was Purdy, if
you
Brandon
just told
Allen
me how good he was.
If Brandon Allen outplayed Jordan Love,
you just told me how great Brandon Allen was.
He outplayed Jordan Love.
So, but they can't brag about beating him then?
No, because he's a backup.
Well, how does that make sense?
He's a backup. I really don't understand what you're asking.
Wait a minute. Isn't Purdy a backup too?
Third
Not
string.
Not anymore.
Hey,
Not anymore.
Best third string quarterback in the league.
Thanks for bringing that up. All the haters, of which there are many. Mr. CMC's are what makes the offense go. Deebo Samuel's what makes the offense go. Brandon Ayuk. Yeah, they lost 38-10 without Purdy. 38-10. I think that's the worst loss in the Shanahan era. So you can all
Do you think
shut
that
up.
Shanahan did that on purpose so he could say that Purdy's not a system quarterback?
I don't think Shanahan did. Shanahan does no. I don't think he did that on purpose. He would not lose to Matt LaFleur and get embarrassed by the Packers on purpose.
I don't know.
So
He's trying to get Purdy paid.
I don't think they want to pay him. They can't pay anybody else.
Honestly, I didn't realize Purdy was out, and like when I was seeing stats or seeing pictures or whatever it was, and it was like Allen 17 and I was like, what kind of sick AI joke is this? Like, why are they putting Josh Allen in a Niners jersey just because he's on a bye week? Stupid.
I should get you one of those jerseys. Get my mom one of those. Anyways, it was. I mean, I don't know. I watched that game and I'm like, are the Packers good? I don't know. I don't know if they're good. The Niners were that bad. So I watched the game and I'm like, good God.
I think the Packers have the ability to be good. They just can't seem to put it all together.
They need to just hand the ball off to Josh Jacobs. They need to get it's not Jordan Love. He's not the guy. He's not the one that makes it go. Just embrace that mantra of we need to feed Josh Jacobs. Because if you let Jordan Love
him too. If you feed him, then that opens it up for Jordan Love. They got good receivers.
No, they got plenty of talent. Romeo Doubs got hurt, but I'm telling you right now, I haven't really watched the Packers, and I watched that game, and I'm like, dude, if they catch any of those interceptions, there were 3 or 4 times I'm like, that's bad. Like, that's bad. That's an idiot mistake. And if he does it in the playoffs, it's going to kill him.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to bash the Packers, but
he tries to make it look good.
Yes.
Instead of just checking it down or throwing it to where he's supposed to.
Right. So, but anyways, they're 8-3, so good for them. But no, it's not dead. I just want everybody to realize all this trash that CMC makes it go and nothing's okay. Right. 38-10 without Purdy. Let's just remember that, folks. Let's remember that.
Yeah, but Niners don't play. Niners don't. Excuse me. Don't play from behind well.
They don't.
They don't. Everybody in that Shanahan tree doesn't, because McDaniels doesn't play well from behind either. McVay, look at him. He's not playing well from behind. Nobody in that tree plays well from behind.
Well, you have to adjust. Like it's like they only call plays that they can do from when they have a lead. So, but anyways, I mean, the most embarrassing part is the defense not being physical anymore. Like it's just pathetic. They have no I don't know what happened to the attitude. And there was like Dre Greenlaw's coming back. I'm like, do we want him to come back? Because holy moly, terrible. But no, you just missed it. You're gonna have to go back and watch it again. I don't want to put everybody through that again, Mr. Buttery Biscuits. All right, here we go, boys. Shambles meter. Oh, Shambles meter. Look at that. Number 1, Purdy haters.
Wow.
Purdy haters, guys. Everybody thought that the offense, the system, just plug and play, put them in, the Avengers, blah, 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 blah. No, doesn't work. Doesn't work. This guy right here, Purdy, you guys, everybody was hating on him. Shambles meter, you're number 1. Number 2, Jackson Dart. I'm pretty sure he's the first quarterback ever to throw 3 interceptions in less than a minute.
Yeah, that was tough, man. That was tough.
Yes, and I don't want to kick him while he's down because I know he was really upset and crying.
He was trying. He was going full Brett Favre gunslinger there at the end of that game.
So
I mean, he threw a couple into triple coverage. That was tough, man. That was a tough game finish for him.
Yes, that was bad because you knew it was at stake too.
Yep.
So like with every one, it was just like, oh no.
Napier's got them boys playing like his job's on the line.
Telling you. Here we go. 3 Commanders for obvious reasons, especially their special teams. They are falling, and they are falling fast. And number 4 on the shambles-o-meter, college football playoff resistors. Everybody's kind of coming around. I saw Booger McFarland saying, you know what, I was kind of resistant to this, but this is awesome. And it's like, no, you know what, Sherlock? We've been trying to tell you this for years. The playoff is going to be awesome. It's going to be great. People are mad. I don't get it. Anyways.
Are they mad because it's too many teams?
Well, I think they're mad
what
because
they're mad about.
They're mad because they don't get enough. They're seeing that all these other they can't comprehend other teams being in because they're SEC teams, and they're used to them the only ones being in. So when they see other teams ahead of them, they're like, "This is stupid," and then they forget there's 12 spots. So they just want them all, though. They want all of the spots. So they'll sit there and be like, "Indiana sucks," and it's like, well, they've lost one game. Whatever you want to call it. So don't lose to Oklahoma on the road, who's 500. What are we doing?
Yeah, Alabama's out for me.
Done. Get him out. Okay. JMU. We beat JMU. App State did. Shout out us. Ruined their season. Just yucking snowballs at him.
Look, I'm going to go ahead and give you a preview, too, because I'm not going to be here on Wednesday. You want to talk about a rivalry game?
Oh, buddy.
This week coming up, App State, Georgia Southern, with stuff that's on the line. App State's got to win a game to get bowl eligible. Georgia Southern's got to win the game to represent the East in the conference championship. You don't think that both those teams want to ruin that for the other one?
Does App State have that dog in him? Does this mean that much to him? I don't.
Look,
I'm watching
this is
these
what
guys
I think,
play.
and I have no inside connection or anything on this. I bet if App State wins, Clark keeps his job because we go to a bowl game. Not that I'm saying I want him to get fired or anything, but I think App State wins. They go to a bowl game. Clark keeps his job because of everything that went on this year. Everything, the hurricane, all that stuff that went on. I think they give him one more year if they go to a bowl game.
I don't know.
So I think the players will play for him.
It's tough. I hope they do. I don't care about the bowl. I could care less about that. I just want them to ruin Georgia Southern's season and beat them. I could care less.
Beat Georgia Southern.
That's beat right. Cynthia, you're right. It is pitiful. That was a hard game to watch. They had chances to win it. Look at these. Can't wait till this. You guys got to stop with that. Stop that. Also, snowballs were thrown, and everybody's really mad about this. And we do give credit. Why? See, Barstool Sports put that up, but they stole it from an app.
But App State has a long history of throwing stuff at other teams.
It's true. It's true. And Kelsey was there. Jason Kelsey.
It's the Philadelphia of the South. Boone is
true.
Oh,
everybody from Philly moves to Boone. You know.
All right, let's hit the.
Jason Kelsey was there.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to take up residence. Everybody from Philly
hanging out with Kilgore.
That's true. All right, electric football drop.
You want it?
Yep. Here we go. Let's recap an absolute text. I have no idea what you did, so you're gonna have to fill us in on.
There was had it pulled up too. Okay, hang on.
In the month of stalls listener contest, 28D Scott 151.72, $1 contest we do every week on DraftKings. Ducky 33, Mr. Leduc 146.82, Wakeboarder 1023, 139.68, and myself I got fourth. Shout out me 134. Shout out me again. 9.98, and then Super James 133.9. So,
okay.
28D Scott played Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton and Aaron Jones. Those were the big ones. And then Buck Falk Buck golf with 6 players that had ice cubes. So usually he's in the top. So thanks for everybody for playing. Now, let's go to the card. J-Bot, this is the Goat Rack Bargain Bin NFL DFS bets, not advice. Week 12 NFL, Week 13 college football. Choose anything you want. Betting card of the week. Lay off me, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Text smoking a victory cigar. Here we go. J-Bot, tell the people how you stunk it up this week.
I mean, can you really say I stunk it up? I don't think that's fair to say.
Losing record, you stunk it up.
Well, I started out hot. Steelers, Browns, over. In the snow, over. NC State plus 10, Georgia Tech, hit. They lost by 1. Indiana, Ohio State, I talked about earlier. I don't think should count because I didn't know the special teams was terrible for Indiana. Hadn't seen them play all year. So if you take away those 2 special teams touchdowns Ohio State scored, then they covered because they only lost by 9. UNC was awful.
They got
I
killed.
thought UNC, yes. I thought they had been playing better than that. Awful. UNC Charlotte money line hit. Army plus 14.5. Look, I think we live in the greatest country in the world because of our military, but they stink in big football games.
Yes. It's a shame. I hate it.
I got cute in the NFL today. Lions hit minus 7.5, but I thought the Colts would actually score some points in this game, so that's why I went with the over. The Colts did not score any touchdowns.
They did not score.
And Arizona stunk today. I don't know what the hell made the Chiefs getting hot again, or not, the Seahawks getting hot again. I don't know, but the Cardinals stunk. So I didn't have a winning record there. But if you look at our weekly betting standings, I won 50 and only lost 31, so I had a winning record.
What was mine?
And I had yours is you won 21 and lost 20.
Winning record, profit. So there you go.
And if Jalen Hurts gets 13 more yards passing, then I'll have another win. So 51 and 30.
Card stunk for obviously Call of Duty. Yep.
Yeah, but he's been playing well with Call of Duty.
I know. That game was awful. I had it on too. Tex. Nobody can read this, but what happened?
So right now I'm sitting at 9-8.
Okay.
Okay. So if the over hits in this game, which I need 8 more points. 9 more points. So that's all I need for this game. I need a touchdown and a field goal. Touchdown and safety. 3 field goals, something like that.
Let's go.
So, but I had I'll go through college real quick. Indiana plus 13, missed. We already talked about that game. Wasn't great. UNLV 7.5, hit. Iowa, Maryland, under. Called that one by a long ways. Hit. Under 46. Wake Forest and Miami. Told you Wake Forest wasn't going to score any points. Guess who was right? Tex. Appalachian State plus 7. Hit. Colorado, Kansas over 59.5 because Colorado didn't show up. Missed. Minnesota plus 11. What did I tell you? Minnesota's a good football team. They're good. Dogs all over the field. Most of their games are lost by 1 possession or less. You can't be less than 1 possession. Anyways.
Playing some new ball right there.
Anyways. BYU, Arizona State over 48.5. Crushed it. Army plus 14.5. Missed. That one was a heartbreaker for me. And I do it going in. But the only reason I stayed watching that game was because I wanted to believe. Now the NFL, Kansas City Chiefs, minus 650. Hit. I needed that one though. I needed that one to get me off the schneid for the NFL. So that's why I took an easy one to ease myself into the weekend. Pittsburgh Steelers minus 3.5 in the blizzard. Missed. That one hurt. Did we already talk about all the complainers about the snow?
No.
We didn't? Okay. That'll be my how dare you. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Money line hit. And the over also hit. New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins, over 46, hit.
Yep.
Cowboys and
Dallas,
Commanders. I had the under in that game because I thought for sure there was no way we're gonna go. It was gonna be over 45.5.
They scored 41 in the fourth.
That whole fourth quarter blew that. Houston, Texas money line missed. Minnesota Vikings minus 3.5 missed.
Yes.
And then 49ers plus 2.5. They didn't even get off the bus. I'm waiting on this over to make me over 500. So I will be 10-8 if this hits.
You only need 6 more points.
Yeah, they just kick a field goal.
Yep. There we go. So yeah, exactly. I just need 2 more field goals or a touchdown. And then basically I will be 10-8. So I'm back on the horse, baby. I told you. The only way to get off of an 0-8 weekend. Yeah, I am though. I'll be okay. I'll still be losing record in the NFL. 4-5. I'll be 4-5. I'll be 4-5.
Texas college ball.
I know college ball. NFL, working on it. But I'm better than I was last week and the week before that.
And your Baker and Evans and Otten stack was not good, by the way.
No, it was not. It was not. I saw that. It was all snowflakes.
Mm-hmm. DYLON says Bo Nix is 6,300. That was a pretty good play. And then should have been Brian Robinson. Was not a good play. He was terrible. He had 4 points.
He got hurt though.
Yeah, but he kept playing though.
Oh.
So, and then Mike Evans, he played. Trey McBride, he did hit the over 5.5 receptions, and then Tyron Tracy over 66.5. He only ended up with 45. So they took him out.
McBride had like 12 catches.
Yeah. DYLON, he got greedy. He usually only does 1, and he tried to do 2. He got greedy. So here's what okay. Let me just now, Tommy DeVito. That was a bad idea. Bad idea to put in your DFS. But it was only $4,000. And then Jatavian Sant, dude, this guy got hurt. I'm not really sure what happened to him. It looked pretty bad. But that guy's good. That dude is a player. So, and then the over.
Oh, the Panthers guy.
Yes. He's a tight end for the Panthers.
Yeah, he got released.
Oh, he's good?
Yeah, he's okay.
All right. Thank God. God, I saw him he was doing the posturing, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, he landed on his head.
I saw it.
Yeah.
He's he got put in that position like they do the touchdown celebrations where they stand up on their head and fall backwards.
Yeah.
Sam Houston State and Jacksonville State over 56. Bit of an overshot by me. Not even close. They scored 30 points combined.
I tried to tell you, dude.
I thought it was going to be a shootout. I thought it was going to shoot out.
I tried to tell you. I bet on both of those teams throughout the year, and both of them let me down.
Just saying, man. I thought Colorado minus 2.5. I've been riding the Colorado covering the spread forever. Kansas beat the wheels off of them. Baylor minus 8 at Houston. Told you, dude. So I'm sitting there last night. I'm like, oh, man, UCLA, USC are playing. Let's see what's going on here. I cut it on. I kid you not. And UCLA is up by 4. Cut it on. Kid you not. 3 plays later, USC scores. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And then they ended up proceeding to lose by 6. I think they lost by 6 because they ended up kicking another field goal. So I was like, why did I even turn that on? And then New England, Miami, over 46 in your face. I've been betting Miami overs all for a long time. Okay. Let's go to how dare yous.
How dare you? How dare you? How dare me? How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you, sir? You're gross.
How dare you?
How dare yous? Yes, that's exactly right. Goes 1-5, and then tells everybody I told you. Exactly. That's how it works. All right, how dare yous? Who wants to go first?
I can
I'll
go first.
Go ahead, JV. Go ahead.
So, my how dare you goes out to Dion. You can use this if you want. You can get this clip and play it. Because my how dare you goes out to the Colorado offensive line.
Mm.
And
Ooh,
not because you gave up a sack or you had Shador running around. Not because of that, because that happens. It's football. Sometimes you miss a block. Quarterback has to run around, make a play, or he gets sacked sometimes. I get it. It's football. That's not why my how dare you is to you. My how dare you is to you because your quarterback got absolutely obliterated. Got his knees taken out from him, and not a single one of you jumped on that linebacker and kicked his ass.
Yes.
If that happens to your quarterback, you take a personal foul penalty to protect your quarterback.
Yep. Don't let him do that.
You got to set the tone. That's your
Set
quarterback.
the tone.
It's my
How
quarterback.
dare you, Colorado offensive line?
Yeah.
I like that one.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
That's true.
I'm with you on that.
Tex, go.
My how dare you goes out to everybody who was complaining and whining about the beautiful scene we had in Cleveland on Thursday night. With all the snow, all the football being thrown around, the slipping around, having to figure out how to play football in the weather. I love, and everybody else should have loved watching some snow football, some heavy snow football. These guys having to figure out how to actually be football players and make plays in the elements. That's like a good portion of the game right there.
Agreed.
And there's nothing better than seeing that. And people complaining about that. How dare you?
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
There's
like
bunch of
that's
snowflakes.
exactly what you want. Yeah. Bunch of snowflakes complaining about football. Snowflakes complaining about snowflakes.
They're all like, this is not football weather. Football weather is 60
It's football
degrees.
weather.
No,
It's not.
No.
It's not.
That's football weather. You can't tell me watching that game was not the best. It was the best.
It was freaking awesome. It was awesome.
I mean, you had Jameis Winston, who's from Alabama, went to Florida State.
Never played in a game below.
Went to Tampa Bay and then went to New Orleans. Like out there dealing.
Dude, his speech before the game.
Elite speech. Elite
speech.
throws.
Talking about how he's so excited to play in the snow. Dude, football guy. I love Jameis.
And then threw just
a
great pick.
You know what's great is I'm gonna have to get HBO or something because they're doing I'm not like breaking news here because the trailer's been released or a promo for it. They're doing in-season Hard Knocks with the whole AFC North division.
Yeah.
So that means
it's crazy.
We get Jameis. We get Jameis wired up, mic'd up.
Let's go.
It's gonna be awesome.
We need a show. We need a podcast.
But that whole division's distracted now. Big distraction in that division.
We need a podcast with him, Keon Coleman, and Xavier Legette. That would just be phenomenal.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
Just be whoever writes those subtitles will be making a lot of money.
Remember in the draft day, the GM asked, "What do you not see with the QB?" Everyone said it was a lock number 1 pick. Well, if you're talking about Caleb Williams, don't even get me started. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yep, the movie. I got you. I thought it was a Caleb Williams rant. You wanted me to go on again. My how dare you is to Lamar Jackson stands for this reason. I have no idea if these stats are true, but somebody sent this to me. And I was like, that is hilarious. So how dare you, Lamar Jackson stands, tell me that this is the unequivocal, unchallengeable unquestionable MVP of the NFL when he has the exact same stats as Russell Wilson across multiple stat lines. And then everybody's going to say, oh, we forgot the rushing yards. Okay, great. Good for you. They still have the same amount of Super Bowls, 0. So if I'm seeing stats like this from Russell Wilson compared to Lamar
Russ
Jackson,
has a Super Bowl.
well, I know, but not in this time span.
Oh, how many playoff wins does he have?
Oh, I don't know. So there you go. So don't give me this BS. Everybody's telling me that we stink and that you can't question him and this and that. No. Here's the numbers. Argue with the wall. How dare you? Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, we got to do the college football. There's 2 different ones. There's the FPI right here.
What's the FBI?
So here's the I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't look it up. Also, shout out Ashton Jeanty. Got Boise State's not even in the
Fumble.
are they? Right?
Oh, Texas back on top, baby.
So the college
Yo,
football-
Alabama's above Georgia too. This is something. I don't know what FPI is.
Hold on.
Schedule?
I don't know.
No. 'cause-
Football
That's-
Power
that's-
Index. The FPI is the best predictor of a team's performance going forward for the. It's a predictive rating system developed by ESPN that measures a team's strength and uses it to. Okay, there you go. So each FPI is composed of predictive offensive, defensive, and special teams values measured by a function expected points added. Why did I even put this on here? Because it's just going to make me really mad.
You did this.
Well, I saw it and I started counting. I was like, 1 SEC, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 SEC schools in this top 25. You have got to be pooping on a stick. Are you kidding me with this, dude? I sound like R. Kelly. Y'all killing me. That's why I put it in here. There's 11 SEC schools in here. What is this? And it's
That's
made by
great to me.
ESPN.
He had to go back into his own mind and be like, "Why did I?"
I saw that and I was like, "What?"
He got
that
himself.
meme he's that meme of the dude from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the strings going everywhere. He's all tired because he's like, "Why? Why did I put? See the string here connects to this." That was AK right there. You had to put the strings all
I
together.
remember why? Because I didn't know what FPI meant. I was like, "Oh my! It's Football Power Index. It's made up. It's fairy tale. It's fairy dust. It doesn't matter." And they're like, "Look at this. Look at FPI. Let's just make up these rankings. Put 11. How many SEC schools are there? 13.
Do you know?
14?
You know, we also had
16.
They didn't put in 5. Surprised they didn't put Vanderbilt at the end. What are we doing? Boise State's not even in here. What is this? Good gosh. Anyways, what? I don't know. Well, I don't even know what to make. Any words on that? I don't know.
no. This was the
Okay.
first
Oh.
weekend of the Division II and Division III championship
Yes.
weekend as well.
And the
Little
FCS
Ryan won.
Nice.
I thought Wingate was in there too. Trying to find it.
That's my alma mater.
Well, they
FCS.
lost. They lost
Okay.
in overtime. Wingate lost in overtime.
FCS.
Illinois Ryan's still in it.
All right, go Bears. My wife's alma mater. FCS playoffs released too. So here's the real AP. This doesn't even
Oh,
mean diddly
good day.
poo, but so yeah, there's Boise State. We'll see. SMU making a climb there. I like that. So hey, look at this.
SMU's
Bama?
12 in the AP.
Yep, Alabama State champ by wins over Bama and Auburn. There you go. And they also have a point over a playoff team because Mercer was in the FCS playoffs. So credit to Bama. Put that in their FPI rankings. Holy moly. Anything else, fellas? I don't.
No. Big 12 will be interesting this week.
Yes,
A lot going on in the Big 12.
a lot going on.
Texas has got to win to make it to the
Yes. So SEC
make
is
it to
basically
SEC championship.
Georgia versus winner of this game coming up. That's awesome. ACC is SMU and either Miami or Clemson, right?
Yeah.
And the Big Ten is Oregon and Ohio
But
State.
I don't
Penn
know how
State
it's not already determined.
Who?
Miami and Clemson.
I don't know.
Does Miami play Florida State? Oh, I guess both of those in ACC. Idiot. No, Florida plays Florida State. Who's Miami play? I guess
know.
they got to be playing an ACC team
Yeah.
for it not to have been decided yet. I'm like, who's their rival?
Syracuse.
Oh,
They play at
Syracuse.
They play at the Q. Hey, man, you know I like to choose them. Cover dogs.
Carrier Dome.
9-seed Alabama. Alabama's done. Miami's done. Yeah. I mean, Alabama's done. They're out. Get them out of here. Okay.
Who are we riding with for FCS playoffs? William and Mary's not in it, doesn't look like.
I know. William and Mary's not in it. I don't know. I'll have to look at it. Okay. That has been episode 186. Boilermaker standings.
Let's go.
J-By has 16. Probably about to have 17, I would imagine. I have 15. ButchP has 14. DYLON has 10. Tex has 3. That's our inter-squad DraftKings competition. So tight at the top. Also, follow us on all the social medias. Podcasts will be out tomorrow. Live shows Wednesdays, Sundays, sometimes not this week, not this coming week. We got to figure out if we're going to do Tuesday or Wednesday. And this is Thanksgiving week. There will be an episode out, though. I promise you that for the week. Probably won't do the live stream on Thursday night or Saturday. We'll see. I don't know. But there will be a podcast out. Okay. Anything else, fellas? Follow us on all the socials. Subscribe to the podcast. We good?
Yeah.
J-By is muted. I don't know what he did.
Let's go Cowboys.
Happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, J-By won't be here either way.
Yeah.
Enjoy your families. Go Niners.
All right. Go Bills.
We love football.